What is up, you guys? This is Chris, aka the Hobby Beast. How's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a HGA update on their Facebook page regarding their submission process, as well as features that they are looking to implement on their through their HGA's submission, as well as how their current submission log is. Whether are they behind or they're ahead of schedule. We're going to go break down some of these things in the update, and I'll just give you a bit of my 2 cents on it. So before we do, if you haven't yet, don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And let's get right into it. So this came at approximately 10 hours ago from now, which is about May 11th that it was released. And this is on their Facebook page, guys. If you are not following HGA on Facebook, I highly recommend doing so, because I constantly see them updating their website, their Facebook page very, very often. So whether it be videos explaining things like how the queue is, how the whole process of when you're going to line up, going through submitting the cards, as well as what to expect when you're getting the cards returned to you. So they explain in great detail the exact fees that you would probably be paying, just based on what you are submitting and the value of them, and the shipping and insurance, that if you do get the insurance, those costs as well. So let's get right into this. I'm going to try to go through as quickly as I can. So it's saying submission days. We're having submissions as usual this week. Today at 5, Friday at 9, Eastern Standard Time. And these slots are 3,750 each, which is, I guess, generally what the typical submission is. So we're about 2 weeks from updating submission process to a drop-down checklist menu. So originally, right now, you're going to have to input a lot of the information manually, whereas looks like within 2 weeks, they're going to be implementing this option for a drop-down checklist now. So this will definitely help in regards to making sure that you are getting your cards submitted to them as quickly as possible, and you're not taking your sweet time, and all of a sudden, bam, all the submissions are done, and you're screwed. So we'll see how that goes. Let's continue on. This is going to eliminate any variety of card titles and spelling mistakes. Absolutely. So yeah, you're going to be, right now, you're typing a lot of things manually, which is not cool, because luckily for me, I'm looking over the stuff after, but there may be some people that just don't want to look over stuff. They just want to submit it, and all of a sudden, you got spelling mistakes, which sucks. It is what it is, but you just got to make sure that you're looking over your stuff right now until this new checklist is implemented. So it'll also allow us to speed up the processes on our backside to get through more cards as well. So maybe this would allow them to speed up whatever times that it may be taking right now. I'm not 100% sure on whether they're behind or not, or ahead of schedule, but maybe this will cause them to be ahead of schedule quite often, as opposed to even being remotely behind on their logs of submissions. So the next line here is, we are also 3 weeks away approximately for a live tracking bar. Now that's interesting, because I like live tracking bars. I'm a big live tracking bar guy. I'm a big fan of the Domino's app. If you order a pizza, you can see that Jimmy is preparing your pizza. Jimmy is putting the pizza in the oven, and Jimmy is checking and the quality of the pizza, making sure it's okay, and then it's ready for pickup. So obviously this is a completely different comparison, but if it's a tracking bar in that sense, where it tells you exactly what's going on and keeping it up to date is the key thing, I think that's a great idea to have. Where it's going to be shown, I'm assuming it's within your account. But yeah, I'd love to see how it's going to look and see how often it gets updated, really. So it looks like it's going to be implemented within 3 weeks. Sorry. So that's going to be interesting to see if I get any updates showing that it's been implemented. Maybe I'll make a video out of it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, this will allow you to see where your card is at this time. We have automated emails for all orders received as 2 weeks ago and going forward at each step of the process. So that should help you track your cards in the process. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm very, very intrigued to see how it will look and how often it will update. The next part here is we have had some custom printer progress. We should be using those within 2 weeks as well. So you'll notice a much cleaner, crisp label and perfectly sized. So, I mean, unfortunately, I don't have any HGA slabs right now, just to compare. Maybe by the time I get my submission in, it will have the newer printer progress that will allow me to have nicer looking labels, but we'll see. That's going to be within 2 weeks, so I should be getting my cards back. I believe it would be either end of May or beginning of June, so I'm really curious to see how it's going to look. Man, I just want my cards back, man. I'm so excited because I love the way their slabs look. They're so amazing, in my opinion. But yeah, so let's get to the next part here. Our cutting machines now aren't perfect, and sometimes it doesn't cut as precisely as it should. Doesn't sound that great when you put it that way. But at least they're making progress, so they're making changes. They identified that there is an issue, and they're letting us know. So that's something that I appreciate, and that they're being transparent about. We aren't raising submission limits this week, as we are bound and determined to get caught back up since we are a few days behind. Interesting. So they're behind, actually, in terms of their submissions. Now, I mean, I'll take that with a grain of salt. I'm not sure exactly how many is a few days. I mean, obviously it's no PSA where they're behind probably a good year or so. So it's not really that big of a deal, I guess, for me, it being only a few days. If it does start to get a bit more overwhelming and they start mentioning they're even more behind, then I'm going to have to start questioning what's going on over there. But I mean, right now I think it's okay. I'll give them a pass on that. Anyone who thinks this is easy to grow a company this fast, I implore you to come hang out and see all the work that goes into slabbing just one card. Hey, I'm all for it. I would love to see what it looks like. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Sports Card Investor recently posted a video of them being at SGC and showing exactly their process to slabbing and grading their cards. So it was really cool to see inside of their office and see how, like, the actual thing, like, getting graded, the card getting graded, all the way to getting slabbed and getting looked over. So that was really cool. So hopefully we get to see something with HGA, because I'm really curious what their processes are. That's really, I think, I'm sure you guys feel the same way, and to some degree, that you want to see how their processes are, because I mean, you're paying a good amount of money to get it slabbed, and for good quality too, for them to grade it as clearly, as non-biased and transparent as possible. So let's see here. Anyone who thinks it's easy to grow a company this fast, I implore you to come and hang out and see all the work that goes into slabbing just one card. Unfortunately, I am in Canada, so I cannot cross the border in order to see that happen. I wish I could. So hopefully you guys at HGA can come out with some videos to see what's going on. Once we are fully into our new space, we'll do many videos on the expansive space and it takes and processes to grade and protect each one of your cards. Okay, so my question just got answered there. Looks like once they move to their new space, they'll go through a lot more videos explaining that process, which is definitely something that we all want to see. This is an undertaking that no one on my team have imagined growing so large, especially so fast. We thank you for you standing beside us and sharing your good and bad experiences that allows us to put more focus into what is needed to become a leader. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to serve you, and we will continue to be better every single day. Okay, so overall, I mean, I'm glad to see that they are identifying that there are issues and that they're taking care of them. Even if it's just these little things, I'm sure with every update they're gonna do, it'll like slowly build to be a lot more of a better, just a better process in general for them and for us too, to make sure that we get the best possible quality of a slab and customer service and just a great experience in general from a grading company. As I'm sure there's some very scary horror tales of stuff that does get submitted right now. And right now, for example, PSA probably gonna wait another 6 more months to get my cards, which is brutal. And like I just can't deal with that. It's taking way too long. You shouldn't have to take that long. But I mean, then again, they're that much behind. So what can I do? They're identifying some things right now on their end as well. That's great to see. But I mean, I'm glad I'm seeing things that are getting updated constantly on this Facebook group. Not Facebook group, but the HGA business page. Make sure you guys follow this page to stay up to date with all your HGA information. I highly recommend it. If you are getting into the slabbing of your cards and you want to consider HGA, take a look at it because they got some pretty nice slabs. I did see some of their custom ones that they did with their labels. Like if you saw just their previous post before this, they have a Kobe Bryant medal, and it actually the label matches the card. That's insane. That is a sexy card. Yeah, that's right. I said sexy. It is a sexy card. You can't judge me on that. Like, look at it. It's an 8.5, but look, I love that. Like it's like the diamond. I forgot how you call it. It's a diamond metal, diamond cut label. So that is so cool. I got the team matching colors for my cards. If they have like cards that will allow you to now match like the colors of your label with the card, I think that would be a lot better. Just because I just think it has way more eye appeal. So yeah, other than that, that's everything for now, guys. If you did like getting a lot more information on the different grading companies, let me know in the comments what you guys think of these new changes by HGA, and also if you want to continue hearing more about news, current events on these grading companies, because as I get into it more, I'm just so eager to learn more about the processes of how these grading companies, like what they do throughout their entire like life cycle of submitting the card all the way until receiving it back. It's just, I find that so super interesting, and also just letting me know exactly what they are doing for the customer as well, because at the end of the day, we are the ones that are submitting to them, paying them the big bucks so that they can professionally grade our cards and slab them to look like things of beauty. So that's everything for now. Again, if you haven't, don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate the view, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.